we're going to be getting finally into the action, and I can't wait to see what they do here. Synth, you've been casting all day. This is the first time we're seeing Sigma and VITA. So I can't
VITA,
wait.
yeah, we'll just call them VITA.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see what they're drafting up here. All these guys are looking handsome in the bottom chat here. So let's see what they can bring. You were also saying that Kimmy's kind of been I've actually seen Kimmy a lot in the recent casts, and I've also noticed that she's not banned all the time, but she's also like left open occasionally. And I think, do you think that's like something that they're just trying to let through because they know that they can easily counter it, or what?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Kimmy is one of these heroes that are extremely strong, but it's extremely difficult to play play with as well, because you can easily go up against something like a Farsa, something like an Eve, which can make your life a little bit more difficult. You get easily poked by Kimmy, so it's very difficult to play, but it's very strong early game if you manage to play it correctly. I don't think it's something you have to ban out just because the Farsa, in my opinion, is the strongest mage right now, but I'm speaking too much. We're seeing a lot of bans right now. Obviously, the Baxia, Matilda being banned, Uranus being banned. I like the Uranus. I want to see Lapu being banned. What do you think here?
Yeah, I mean,
what do you definitely don't want to play against?
I mean, I guess it just depends on like their strengths and weaknesses right now and their hero combos that they're attempting to go for. I mean, Baxia is kind of a little bit weird in the ban draft, though they don't like seeing it, but maybe they understand the agenda and they understand that VITA that's just something they might excel at. So that might be just something we don't know about. But another band, they're kind of waiting. Normally, I don't think that's a Layla band, but maybe.
I think that's a Layla band. That's definitely not a Kimmy band. That's all that I know. I'm not sure. Maybe he... Okay.
Okay, so...
Okay,
yeah, it seems like they might have skipped a band there, so we were told behind the scenes that the Layla is not a band, so I think we just mocked that up as a 0. They were kind of just waiting a little too long. But again, on the other side, for Sigma, you did notice that they banned the Farja. I like that. I mean, we've definitely been seeing that being a giant pain for some people, so getting that out of the playing field is great.
Yeah, and still, you don't really need to ban Kimmy here, just because you can kind of first pick Lapu, but then they'll maybe pick Arlot, so maybe a Kimmy would be banned, or like an Arlot. I would personally ban an XP here. I would allow them to pick Kimmy. Sure, you can go with the Lapu and maybe pick. Okay, they banned the Lapu, so I believe that the Kimmy will be picked here. I don't see what else will be picked. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, right out the get-go, you're just laying down the blueprints for Sigma at this point. It is, hey, the Kimmy is a good pick. It can be flexible. You can throw it in 2 different roles. Like, that's huge for a hero in the side of MLBB. So now, what do they respond with, I think, is the real question. These two picks right here are vital. A lot of teams like the second pick instead of first pick because they can force something and then in turn force a return to be able to counter the Kimmy. So I'm kind of interested to see what they pick here. There's
I think the Arlot will be picked here. Other than that, it's up for debate. It just depends on what they wanna prioritize. I think the Arlot will be one of the picks. Maybe Moskov and Arlot, but not really sure about the Moskov because you can kind of wait. Okay, okay, I'm totally wrong. Interesting. What do you think about this combination? You have Zetchen and you also have the Granger.
Zetchen's actually been pretty decent. I mean, her ultimate's a little wild. I mean, I wouldn't say she's like something that I would prioritize over Farja, but again, with Farja being banned, I definitely think it's an easy, good pickup, good vision on the map. But I also believe the Granger's a solid advance here. If VITA is able to pick up maybe like a Badang, the combo of abilities would be massive. Now, Sigma responding, I think they're probably going to end up picking up a Roam, or they may even match a Mage at this point, just because they could throw the Kimmy into the MM.
Yeah, but generally, I think you wanna play the Kimmy against the Zichen here, because you kind of take more space with Kimmy. You also have the mobility to move around a lot quicker. I think you have to pick XP here, and like you said, Badang can be flexed, to be fair, but the XP being picked here just because you have the opportunity to later ban XP lanes, and there's not that many. Like once you commit on an XP, there's only so many counters, and you can kind of ban them out.
Dang.
Phobias.
They're rolling through it. They didn't even they knew what their third pick was. Picking up the Phobia is definitely a great call here. I mean, it's very flexible in that EXP lane, very sustainable, and can output a lot. Again, you just got to make sure that you're not overconfident with the hero. Now coming into the second ban phase here, we're probably going to be targeting jungles at this point, if I had to guess, because I think both sides need one. So at this point, I mean, you could be getting rid of the YSS. I mean, the YSS has been insane for a lot of teams to pick up.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think here you have to decide on each side what you want to play. If you want to play the fighter, a little bit more sustained, or if you want to go assassin. Because whichever one you have to go, you kind of have to ban out the counters. So we see the Fanny being banned. Really, I like Fanny being banned. If you're so worried about, you know, the opponent and they're a very good Fanny, just you know, you definitely don't want to leave that open. It's too strong. You know, it's a little bit harder to play now with the new patch, but dangerous players on Fanny are still extremely respected. So also see the Lancelot. So they're banning out the assassins, rightfully so. I mean, you have the composition on the one side with the Kimi and the Iritel, which is kind of like, you know, it's very squishy, obviously, kind of easy to catch as well. And also on the other side, you have the Granger and the Zetchan, who obviously Zetchan don't have a mobility, and Granger has kind of mobility, but you know, with Assassin you can still reach him. So you kind of want to ban out assassins. I like it from both teams.
Definitely, I might be lagging a little bit here, but hey, the ban. I'll let you take over this here for a second. Let me reboot.
Absolutely. Hayabusa being banned, like I said, carries on about the notion banning out the assassins. I think the last ban is also going to be an assassin. Which one is left? There's still YSS left. You definitely don't want to leave that YSS open. It's definitely going to be picked. I'll bet my left kidney that I don't know if I have it left, but I'll bet that kidney left on that YSS will be picked if you don't ban it. Other than that, both teams have kind of an open draft. You can still go fighter. You can still pick Fredrin. So don't get it wrong. The assassins being banned, but the fighters are still able to be picked here. Is really leaving it into the last second. What is gonna ban? Let's see though. Looks like Joy. Yeah. So bans out 4 assassins here, and yeah. What do you think? It looks like you're back. You're no longer playing Minecraft. GI,
I was about to say I'm
in the real world.
I'm not at 180p right now. We're good. We're good. Yeah. I suspected this, right? The massive ban on jungles. They're just limiting the hero pool. Again, the YSS is open, and I mean, you could go the double marksman comp here for VITA. It would be nice. I don't know if Sigma would want to go a triple marksman route. So I do think that maybe the red side is definitely going to go that route. Now, we'll have to see. We'll have to see, though. I mean, it'd be interesting.
Yeah. Another hero that's potentially to be picked, even for both teams, is Fredrin. Fredrin's a little bit less likely on red side, but it's still consistent. You still have something to say about each objective. You know, you're always dangerous with a retribution, and Fredrin is picked. I said it was less likely because, you know, you're playing against Kimi, you're playing against Iritel, which has a little bit of, and Badang as well, a little bit mobility, but you know, Fredrin is extremely strong and extremely takes up a lot of space on that once you fight for objectives. Now he picks the Julian. Wow, what do you think about this matchup? Julian against Fredrin, interesting.
I mean, I think what we're seeing from Sigma is they have a lot of control and a lot of slow, right? With the Irithel, with the Kimi, with the Badang, and now even with the Yuzong. I feel like if paired correctly and utilized correctly, I mean, Vita's gonna just have an insane issue in their hands. Now, don't count them out though, because I mean, they still have power. Like, right, the Granger's gonna excel at picking off a Julian. An Irithel, a Kimi, like as long as he's not caught and he's the one that's, you know, staying behind the line, I feel like they could execute it very well.
Yeah, exactly. And we see the Hilda for last pick. I don't like this Hilda. It'll be a little bit annoying for sure for the Kimi, maybe for the Iritel, maybe for the Badang, but you don't have anything to really stun the Julian. You have that ultimate, but is it enough? I don't think it's enough CC to really disrupt the team fight in any way. So don't like that too much. Maybe a Minotaur would be better. Maybe something like even I like Rafael. I like Rafaela. I don't know. I like this kind of supports with, tagged along with Fredrin. The Hilda being picked here is maybe too much tanky and too little crowd control. I'm not sure. That's just the first thing that I have on my mind. What do you think here?
Yeah, I mean, same. The Hilda is a little wild. Definitely one of those heroes that you want to see utilized early in the stage. So I think at this point we're seeing Sigma kind of wanting to go maybe a little bit of the longer game, where VITA is going the shorter. So I guess it's going to come down to who we see go against each other in the Land of Dawn here. You can kind of looking at the map, seeing where everybody goes. That is not an actual Nana mid. That is Zedian.
Yeah.
So
he's trolling you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
we'll see.
G the Ico, man. Day 2, game 2. Let's go. Let's get some hype in here.
Hey.
I mean, both teams have something to prove.
Definitely. Both teams here have made it far and wide. We're going to be getting into game 1 of Sigma BOYZ versus VITA here. Which is going to win? I don't know here. What's the win condition, man? What's the win condition?
A win condition right here is for the Yuzong to reach the backline. You kind of want to kill the Zetian. I mean, obviously, he's not the mobile. Another hero is Granger. I do think that the side of SBZ have won the draft just because they have so much damage if they play it correctly. But I don't want to count out, right? We have the Fredrin still here. Wow, that's the hero is taking a lot of damage early game. But the Julian is very dangerous here as well. I mean, it rotates fast, farms fast. You got to be careful. But again, I don't know these players, so I'm not really sure how they like to play the game, if they would like to play it aggressively or what to expect. But it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, if I had to expect, VB has to be aggressive, right? They have Hilda. Look, we can already see at the bottom lane. Insane. My lobby is kind of being pressured here. He's low HP. I'm expecting that. Okay, we do see a solid rotation to protect my lobby. We'll probably send him back. Again, for certain seconds, this would be a clash.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams expect them to actually be the one that should take this turtle. And obviously, rightfully so. On one team, you have Badang, you have Yuzong to make the space. You have Julian maybe to try to steal that turtle. On the other side, you have Fredrin. Fredrin just starts the turtle right off the bat. Don't wait for anything else. And I think he should. Obviously, he is the tankier of the two, so he can kind of sustain inside of this. But look at this. Julian steals the turtle, though.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't suspecting that, as Bell is in the back line. A little bit of a crazy Andre falls by my lobby. Insane first blood here by SBZ. That's not what you want to see if you're on the side of BB.
Yeah, but I was calling for that. I said, sure, the Fredrin can start that turtle. He can kind of take up that space and almost, have that position. But the Julian can always steal the turtle as well. He has a good retribution, and he's not down in level. Now, they're just going to go back to farming. Obviously, SBZ is a little bit up in gold, but that's not too much. It's more the turtle buff, which can be a little bit annoying. But other than that, VB shouldn't think too much about it. Just go back to farming. Granger is, I guess, out farming the Irritel, if I could guess, just because he's faster at clearing and so on. But yeah, they're good. Both teams just going back to neutral positions.
100%, and you can kind of see them just like poking and propping at this point. Someone trying to get something, as I said here. Super caught on the other side of a wall here. Bell also kind of CC'd and controlled. Ooh, look at the Kimmy going.
Look at the Hilda.
Though. The Hilda able to sustain and take those shots. VB not able to secure anything on SBZ right now.
Yeah, but these kinds of, it's the small details that make the big difference. So right there, Julian just got his jungle stolen. So, but still, nothing too much. We can't say, oh, the flicker from Badang, though.
Yeah, he was trying to capture something there. I think he might capture his death as Super's being pressured. Josh able to secure the kill on the super.
I respect that attempt from Super, but you know, I even myself I wouldn't expect the jungler still to stick around. Fredrin's still top lane when the turtle is spawning bot lane. They'll trade this for sure though. They'll give the top lane. They say, okay, you got that, but we're gonna take the turtle here. And is that a worth trade? I think not. I think the tower is obviously worth more, especially because of the. Ooh, Hilda might die though. Hilda's dead though.
Hey!
Now the trade might not be worthwhile though, just because they let the Kimi get the kill, right? He builds the glowing wand, first item. Do not hesitate. Absolutely right against that Fredrin. And what do you think about this trade? It seems like they just wanted a little bit of gold. They wanted that that protection, the gold protection, and traded that for the turtle and a kill.
Yeah, I mean, they able to take some of the gold off the tower is definitely vital, but at the end of the day, they lost to Hilda. They suspected that they were going to take the tower and they could make it through, but again, they didn't. They're showing some items here, though, soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So first off that I noticed is the Kimi has that glowing wand, which I like. Last game we saw a lot of Sky Piercer. We saw a lot of Sky Piercer last game, which I really didn't like. Now we see the Badang. Badang is doing a little bit damage. Zichan just and the dragon goes in. Is he gonna pick off that Granger though? I don't think so. I don't think think he can pick him off though. Wow, he kills him. He just dives. Gee, that guy.
That's crazy.
That guy flew from I don't know bot lane to top lane and killed the Granger. Absolutely crazy.
That an airplane, man. He came in, the Black Dragon going insane. Being able to secure that kill onto Josh, I think, super vital, right?
Absolutely. So here, I mean, VB has been banking on that Josh should be farming and getting ahead, but actually here, Yu Zong just showed Josh how you're still able to die. Don't get it wrong. We're still playing Mobile Legends. You're not Bruce Lee, so I might just pick you off here. And it's this as a marksman, obviously you can't. It's a big mistake if you get picked off, especially solo here as well. Hilda buying a little bit of time. He's on the back. He's just I don't know. He's just running around. This is Zane Bolt right now.
I mean, he's zoning all the way up the turtle. I mean, he might be able to get a solid flank onto some of the squishies when they're coming down. And I think they know that he's not there, possibly. We'll see. The Hildas, definitely keep your eye on it. The back flank's coming in. Turtle's low. I don't know if Bell's going to be able to get it. The Turtle was able to get taken here by VB. Black Dragon's still out there looking for an execution here. Petrified does come off. My lobby's going crazy. Fredrin kind of locked and loaded. He is stuck, but not too much. Before Zaza goes down. Crazy.
And look at this. My lobby is gonna pick up this Granger. He's not gonna let him survive. And the Granger obviously wasted. Maybe. I think he's wasted Flicker already. Is he gonna survive? Surely not. Never. Surely not. Okay, there he gets never. There he gets picked off. Already wasted Flicker. So obviously right there, we saw VB pick up that turtle, misposition a little bit from Bell, but again, the trade in the favor of SBZ just because they picked off the Granger, and I think they picked off Phobias as well. So. A little bit of a trade, but still in the favor of SBZ.
100%. And I mean, what I want to say is SBZ is definitely going hard. They've secured quite a few towers, none for the side of VB. So that's just well execution on the side of SBZ.
Yeah, and here we see Sky Piercer's second item from Kimi. And actually, we don't see that much gold lead from the side of Iritel. He has about the same gold as Granger. Granger has about the same gold as the maximum of the side of SBZ. But look at this, Hilda. Hilda is just farming, being annoying on the backline, right? Kiting a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And I think I want to see a little bit more split push though. What do you think? Someone should be top lane at this moment.
Oh yeah. I mean, what are you doing down here? You're not even fighting over a major objective. You're kind of just trying to maybe look at a pick here, but there's no focus or strategy by VB at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of either the goal lane or both on the same side, which is very interesting because now they're just going to defend. They're just going to defend, and they're all three here. So obviously it's a misposition. On the other side, we see SBZ pushing up. They took the Lord position. Now with my lobby being there, he petrifies. Interesting. He's going to do a little bit of damage. Surely they can't kill him, right?
No, I mean, we're kind of looking at the Black Dragon coming into the back line. Andre, TZ having to utilize the flicker to get out. Good zonage and peeling for a possible Lord take here. I don't know if VB is going to be able to contest this. They're kind of low. They are looking for it, though. Fredrin just, he doesn't have enough health.
Wow, yeah, absolutely. So right there we saw an interesting play by Yuzong. Basically, his job there, or what he wanted to do, is just make him a little bit lower, make his life a little bit more annoying when he eventually goes for the objective. He got so low, he decided, hey, I'm not gonna go for that, Lord. You can have that. We're gonna defend. So that was why he petrified. That was why the Yuzong went in as much as he did. He's not actually trying to kill him there. Now, I'm interested to see. Obviously, the positioning is in the side of SBZ. Irritel farming, Badang giving good vision here. Julian just gonna split push that top lane, and Kimi has a very easy life right in mid lane, just waiting for the push here. But I do think this is gonna 100% be a defend on the side of BB. Nobody's thinking this is gonna be a finish, but they're gonna have to give up some towers. Definitely, the inhibitor is gonna stay, but some of the maybe bot lane, you can kind of keep the mid lane, but maybe potentially going to fight over the top lane.
Yeah, definitely going to be fighting over the top lane. My lobby looking for dude, he could get maybe a 4-man set here as we're seeing BB try to set something up here. The defense is coming down. Lord is attacking the tower. They're looking for something, but neither side giving an edge. Kimmy able to get a little bit of a set here. Huge before.
Wow.
Able to take out Josh. Massive. And then also the dragon hasn't been launched just yet. There it is. The Black Dragon coming out, putting a little bit of a zonage into the back line of VB. Are they going to be able to take this tower? I think they are. Probably end up backing off if I had to guess.
Yeah, that was a big mistake right there from BB. So obviously the marksman, the one person that shouldn't get picked up, got picked up, and that's why they had to concede that top lane. I never believed that that top lane was a possibility, but again, they surprised me. They picked up that marksman, that Granger, and yeah. But now SBZ is in a really good position, right? 7,000 gold lead. They're waiting for that Lord coming up in 60 seconds. They have the map control. This kind of lead is unheard of in a serious tournament. If the prize pool is 4,000 euros and you're telling me this is the lead that one of the team has, I said it's no way. But that's the reality it is right now in this game.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, a 7.2 gold lead, and they're kind of freezing the lanes at this point. The only advantage that I see that BB has right now is that they still have the 2 passives on their tier 3 towers back there. So they're definitely waiting for the next Lord. This is going to make it and break it for VB.
But I think those passives get removed at minute 12, though, if I'm not wrong. Or
correct.
I don't know if it's a new patch. Yeah. So yeah. Wow, he gets picked off, Hilda. But yeah, the advantage that you were talking about actually just got removed. So actually now, I was thinking when you mentioned about advantage, I said the only advantage that I can think of is that they're still in the game. So that's something to work with. But I need to be positive here. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. You overextend. You do something crazy. You might get punished. So SBZ, I think they might finish here, 8K goal lead. But of course, you can't just run out however you want. You need to kind of coordinate with the team, make Yuzong get some space with that Black Dragon, and Irritel in the back line cannot get picked up. Other than that, should be pretty straightforward, I think. What do you think? Can they hold here?
I don't know. I mean, the Hilda you can kind of see is trying to get a misposition on the enemy team, trying to get into the back line, maybe apply some pressure on the Irritel or someone onto the back line that's a little squishy, but they're just not in the right place. And as later we get into this game, the Hilda is just falling off. We can already see SBZ, the Black Dragon, coming out by my lobby, going deep into the back line to siege this mid tower. He's going in for the kill, though. He's going to have to back off as the towers are shooting him down. Virtuous in the left side, still going low as well. Full HP Lord attacking the inhibitor. We'll see if they're able to defend this off.
It's
it's just nothing they can do. They won, they got draft priority.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how it works. I think they go start one first and one. I think might coin flip and then they go the opposite after the second game. But maybe it is like you said. I have no clue. But also another thing you mentioned is actually some teams want to be second pick. Can you just expand on that for for the people, for the rookies like myself who don't understand what that means.
Yeah, people pick second pick mainly because you're able to secure two insane priorities. Yeah, first pick you get to, build off of something, but again, to be honest, second pick is where it's at because you most of the time you have to pick a vital hero in the first pick, and you're able to counter them by two picks in second pick. So I like that.
Absolutely, and not only that, when you're second pick and you're gonna pick something insane, you can kind of leave a lot of things open that you normally would be banned. So because you will, that eventually you will pick two picks. You just don't want both the same picks to be on the same lane. That's a rookie mistake. You don't want to leave two insane XP laners. You kind of want one maybe mage and one like a Kimi and like I don't know, Uranus or something. But now we see the Yu Zhong ban. Thank you and thank the Lord for that Yu Zhong ban. I don't want to, I don't want something bad to happen otherwise. So respecting that Yu Zhong, absolutely. Matilda being banned again, Faksha being banned again. This tells us that maybe SBZ has some kind of information about these heroes connected to these players that they don't want to face off against, just like BB don't want to face off against My Lobby Yu Zhong and Uranus as well. That's usually a first pick, though.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're probably going to see maybe the Kimi on this side first pick again. It kind of seems like priority, but I guess it just depends on what VB is more comfortable with. It seemed like they tried to maybe build some type of strategy, but I think they just need to go back to the good old, what's your comfort hero?
Absolutely. I don't think they'll pick Kimi because of the Farsa. I think they'll wait for the Kimi because of the Farsa is open. And
they
pick
didn't.
Lapu.
Bruh, that's crazy.
Yeah, they definitely didn't. And I kind of like that. I kind of like the Lapu because Lapu still can reach the Kimi. It can also reach the Farsa. And, the Kimi. Okay, so they give the Kimi. Here's definitely going to be Farsa. Farsa big pick. The only reason he did not first pick Kimi was because he waited for the opponents to pick that, baited them into it, just so they could pick Farsa here. Just watch.
Yeah. So,
absolutely.
I mean, solid. Farsa definitely going to be able to keep the Kimi at bay. I like it. The Moskov is also a really good marksman pick. And the Lapu. So, I mean, VB secured three very synergized heroes. So, I want to see what SBZ can kind of respond with here. It's the last pick until the second draft phase.
I think you have to kind of go marksman. Otherwise, you have to commit. You want to play the Iritel, you want to play that Bruno, because otherwise that's always a potential to be banned. And the Lance being picked. Lance is actually very good. You have the Farsa, you have the Moskov. You just don't want them to reach too late, too late in the game. But however, mid game, early game, Lance is very stable and very consistent here.
Definitely. Coming into the second ban phase, probably going to see some jungle bans out of Sigmas. Again, VB likes picking their jungles a little bit late into the draft phase. And then from the side of VB, we're probably going to see with them banning out some mages. We're probably going to be banned out the side of VB when it comes into their side. Let's take a look.
Yeah, another thing I was thinking about was Hayabusa so far. It's not I don't think it's bad. I know the player from the games that I've seen, and he likes to pick that Hayabusa, but I think here on the side of SBZ you should focus on the roam. You shouldn't focus on the assassins, and on the side of VB you need to focus on the gold lane. You already picked a Moskov, that's already locked in. Who do you as Moskov not want to play against? Okay, and they ignore that they ban out the XPs. That's also another opportunity. But if that's the case, maybe you should ban out Arlott as well.
Yeah. Arlott, we haven't been seeing come through sometimes. It looks like I'd be lagging a little bit here, but I don't know. We'll see. They might. I like the. I don't know. They're kind of banning wild what I was suspecting.
Yeah, there's no real logic, I would say, in the bans, because these heroes are there's no synergy with the draft that they already have. You see the kind of Kalea ban, but would you really run a Kalea with a Farsa or like a Moskva? It doesn't make that much sense. Also, you see the kind of Chi-Chi ban. Would you run a Chi-Chi with Badang, Lance, and like, I'm not sure, but yeah, let's see what the last ban is gonna be. And so far from the other bans, I could say the last ban could be anything. Hayabusa, I was mentioning that Hayabusa eventually being banned. It's a good ban, and Arlott as well. We talked a little bit about Arlott. We haven't seen it too much. Arlott, another ban. So the two heroes that we kind of were talking about has been banned now. What can we expect from the pick though? First of all, are they gonna pick the Rome, or no? Sorry, are they gonna pick the XP here? And what are they gonna take? Or are we gonna see the Badango XP and the Rome being picked here?
Yeah, I mean we'll have to see it. I mean the Bedang's already kind of picked out here, but I don't know. I mean a good. We're looking at EXP. I mean, Yuzong's banned out, so I think it's more of we're gonna see what my lobby likes to utilize as EXP, and he's definitely gonna pick last here.
Absolutely, and it's very smart because he's still flexing that Badang. He's playing to the mind, because Badang versus Lapu is not a necessarily losing matchup for both. Both heroes are very strong, so they'll definitely hold that lane. So you can kind of commit into a Roam or a XP. I still see the Phoveus open, which is always a potential. It'll take up a little bit of space. It's good against Lapu, so it's definitely an option for my lobby here. Or they just give him the Badang. Maybe they'll pick some Roam. What Roam can you pick? You need a tank, maybe Tigreal. They'll have that Purify though, but that means they don't have a Flicker for Lancelot. So it's yeah. So it's a take and give situation.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
All right. Some very questionable picks. I guess we do see two marksmans on the side of Sigma, so I guess I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I gotta be careful what I say because people might flame me in chat. But once Giaiko has spoken, he has spoken. But I think I actually like Roger. I think a lot of people underestimate Roger jungle just because how elusive it is. It's not really a fast jungler, but it's a little bit dangerous in terms of catching an opponent off guard on rotation or staying or just like dishing out damage, then committing also. Obviously, with Roger, you have a lot of mobility, so you should utilize the mobility also, because you have the marksman potential as well. Now here, it's interesting to see they gotta commit. I would say Tigreal, but Terizla being picked, another hero that is actually very good, has gone underlooked a lot in this tournament. I feel like just of how good and how well the setups can be done. It's very easy to synergize with as well. But yeah, interesting draft from both teams. What do you have to say about who won this draft?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Sigma looks, normal draft, right? VB picking up the Belric is kind of a little bit wild to me. The Roger, is also very situational. And it could be a solid key into this match here, but we'll have to see. I think right now Sigma has just went all meta picks, and then I'm seeing that we're seeing VB kind of going a little bit off the meta.
Yeah, absolutely. And that Belric being picked because I guess in some ways his imagination is that it's gonna counter Kimi here with the Vengeance. I'm expecting the Vengeance to be picked. Actually, no, he goes Revitalize. But yeah, I totally agree with you. VB has gone a little bit off the hook. It's up to QSED to prove why his Roger is picked here. But yeah, already Flicker
forces the Flicker out early. That's huge for the side of VB. Sigma gonna be not able to utilize my lobby as much as they did last game.
Yeah, and the reason it's gonna be huge is that Flicker is up in 100 seconds, and keep in mind that Turtle 60 seconds. So obviously he's not gonna have that Flicker combination that Terizla is so known for, and also dangerous, catching 2-3 off guard. So definitely my lobby taking a little bit of an L in the beginning here, but still early to say.
Ooh. I mean,
Lapu
he's still
also.
controlling his lane.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, I did thought he was, but he was able to regen enough in time. My lobby kind of a little low here. He's probably going to get taken out by Belric, but not before Bell's able to take out Andre TZ. My lobby low, 1 HP. Can Belric get him down? But we see the flicker by Farja here. Yang trying to come in, but Belric was able to steal the kill. You think they should have gave it to Yang?
Yeah, absolutely. He should have gave it to Yang, but that was very dangerous. Also from Yang. Look at this. Oh, the Belric just about to waste the revitalize for himself. Very interesting early game. Both teams making, I guess, mistakes here. Lance, if you're Lance here, you need to contest this. You can't go the blue buff, or you just got to tell your team, make some space, guys. I'm coming through. Because you have the priority. Kinda. Oh, he's dropping it. Interesting option.
Feathered airstrike comes out, but not enough. We see a full control here by Sigma boys. Super kind of low though. Josh coming in from the flank, going after before. I think they were able to. They're trying to hunt him down though. My lobby falls in the meantime while the hunt for before was there. Crazy.
Absolutely. And I just want to say, G, that Lance lost track of the turtle. He was gone fighting. The Moskov just says, hey, the turtle is still here. It's pretty low. I'm just going to pick it up. So after that turtle buff got initiated, like the team fight just got destroyed from the side of Sigma boys. They had no chance after that. Now we see a little bit of a gold lead, 1,000 gold lead, but still nothing to scream about, nothing to jump about. Just a little bit of an early game edge here for VB. And yeah, Sigma boys showing they're not so Sigma in the early game, but hey, there's still time to play, so can't get ahead of ourselves.
No, exactly. I'm trying to look at it and see what they're possibly fighting over here. They're trying to keep Bell in play, just controlling and trying to keep the Belric away from them. And I guess that's just great zonage. Maybe Belric is a comfort pick here by VB.
Maybe. We were questioning that Belric just because it looks a little bit weird. It's not. It definitely has no mobility. But look at this. Is Josh picked up though? He still survives. Josh is still back. He came down from the heavens.
He utilized that flicker, but Belric coming into the back line, able to put a little bit of control in CC and lockdown onto Super. It looks like Roger was able to secure the kill, and they want more. Josh a little low though. They're gonna have to back off.
I think Josh is running tenacity. There's no way that he's still alive or he's running some kind of defense. I'm not sure what, but that was very sustainable. Also, the Badang was bigger. But look at this though, and Andre's caught in the wall. He's caught in the wall by Bell. But look at this though. Now they're smart. VB says, hey, he was top lane. Lance was just coming off top lane, so we have a chance. We have about a 5-6 second window to get this turtle, right?
I was actually surprised Bell didn't utilize the river and get down there in time, but I guess maybe the river was going in the opposite direction.
Actually, no, it wasn't. But yeah, you should have utilized that river. I agree with you. But look at the Farsa, though. Farsa has, he still has his Feathered Airstrike open, but he has no mana. I guess he has no mana. Yeah, that's what he's recalling for. Josh stealing that gold crab. Both teams just back in their neutral positions. Now, again, VB stealing another objective, 2k gold lead. This is a different VB from before. I don't know why it says that they have one blue. I guess it's in the wrong. Sigma boys won the first game. But anyways, let's see. Roger committing, though.
Yeah, committing, but not able to get too much out of it. They're just poking and propping at this point. I mean, they weren't even fighting. Again, this is what VB I haven't seen from them. They're not fighting over neutral objectives. Like, use something, take a tower, take something as you're, in the meantime at the 60 seconds to the next turtle.
Absolutely. And I just want to say, in terms of the jungle farm, we can see that Roger is far ahead than Lancelot. Lancelot is basically like 10 seconds behind Roger. So look, he's going to rotate to this creep in mid lane. It's already taken. He's going to go up. His jungle is about to be taken also because he's going to try to, I guess he's going to try to push up now. And it makes sense. There's nothing more in jungle, right? Are they going to fight?
They have to. I mean, I think they're going to wait for the 20 seconds maybe until the next turtle. Maybe take control of mid. I don't know. I mean, Roger's everywhere. Super kind of low. He might be next on the chopping block as Roger is hunting the fierceness. This is what I like to see. Close in this tower, but Josh.
Wow.
Josh got taken out by Yang, but Aphrodite was able to fall as well. So I don't know.
I just want to say that's really good from Aphrodite, considering they were like 3 or he was dead guaranteed. The fact that he goes in and still kills Josh is amazing. I think Josh overextended. I wasn't sure, we didn't see that on camera, but I think he used his ultimate, then went back onto the Aphrodite and still like overcommitted. Basically, he didn't need to die. Here, Lance, I guess, wants to try to take the turtle first. He has positioning.
Yeah, definitely. And we see the fist crack comes out. The wall's closing him in. My lobby comes in with a penalty zone. But we also see Bill able to take out Andre Teasy. 2 fall for the side of VB. This is massive. I think they were even able to secure the turtle. So this was the turning tide SBZ needed.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw that now they got the turtle and they got 2 kills as well. Look at the goalie. The goalie went from 2,000 to just 400, and not only that, the map positioning is in the side of Sigma BOYZ right now. But we gotta remember, Moscow's still here, right? Roger's still also like 3 kills. Farsa, they still have Farsa on that side. The late game can be dangerous as well. So Sigma BOYZ gotta make progress with this draft in the mid game, in the mid stage right now, or else it could be really detrimental. They could really lose this game late game.
Yeah. I mean, right now you're seeing them control them, setting up the Lord, doing a little bit of something there. I don't want to see if they're going to fight him mid lane, I think. I don't know. They're going to just farm at this point.
Yeah, at this point, both teams are just going to farm for, I would say, about 30, 40 seconds, then going to meet somewhere and try to engage to see who's going to get that turtle, that Lord. Both teams, obviously, in this stage, think they have the Lord priority. Obviously, on the side of Sigma BOYZ, you know, you see yourself coming back a little bit. You have 3 kills on your jungle. He's got farm. On the other side, you do have BB, who has been getting consistently the turtles. I think they have a better team fight. Let's see, though. Both teams just farming.
What I'm not seeing out of Yang, though, from VB is the utilization of that feathered airstrike. It's just not like if you can catch someone, like the cooldown on it's so massive. Just like put someone to 0, force them out of a major fight.
Absolutely. So it is like you said. I don't expect him. He doesn't need necessarily someone to kill. He just needs them to recall and take that position.
Yep.
But it seems like he hasn't had any progress in terms of dealing damage to the Lance or dealing damage to the Granger. I mean, dealing damage to Lance. Okay, it's understandable that he would be a lot elusive, but Kimi is still there. There's still Granger. You know, as far as you need to kind of have impact, especially here, though. I want to see how he's going to position his feathered airstrike. It is dangerous with that My Lobby, especially with its flicker as well.
Yep, we're seeing the feathered airstrike come out now. My Lobby being the center of attention. The chopping blocks coming down. My Lobby's 1 HP. Kaizen's able to take the kill there. Roger's now on the hunt. Bell is the second one to get the shot down. Double kill by Roger here. And then we see more coming up. Kaizen a little bit overextended, thinking he can take out Aphrodite, but no, he falls. A little bit of an overextension by VB.
Absolutely, overextension. But I just want to say as well, Moscow, that whole fight, actually missed. He missed his ultimate, and then just decided, hey, I'm just gonna push top lane. And that fight was basically 5v4 for Sigma BOYZ. The fact that VB is holding on for as long as they did without a marksman is remarkable. But again, Roger is a marksman himself, so can't really count them out. But yes, SBZ winning that fight is not surprising.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the Lord is still up, so it could be anybody's game at this point. If Sigma BOYZ are able to secure the Lord, this would be massive for him to get a little bit of the gold lead back, but it's still not. I mean, it's still even right here. Someone wants to get a set. My Lobby doesn't have his flicker, so I don't think they're going to be able to utilize and engage here. The Lord being baited, I believe. We'll see if they can do it.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're seeing.
As soon as they see that Moscow top lane, they just seen him now. I think they're gonna try to force something. They're gonna try to force the mid lane, try to force the Lord. As Moscow, you have. Yeah, they're gonna take the mid lane, and as Moscow here, you have to kind of start rotating now. Really good, you got the 2 towers top lane, but now there's nothing else to gain on top side. only maybe push this one wave, or not, just rotate into mid lane and just work in the team fight. Even though that's not usually how you play Moskov, just because the two towers that you know are on top side or on the opposite side of the Lord are already pushed. There's nothing else to gain there.
Yeah, and you can kind of see the Farja going for the right lane, full of SBZ now attempting to go for the Lord. They might just go for the burst here, or they're going to bait it out. Belric a little low. He might be on the chop and block as Bell's able to get in there, get the retry on the Lord. Huge, my lobby low. He's taken out by Roger. The spear comes out by Josh. Is that going to be a key factor here? No, it's not, as my lobby falls, and only 2 by VB. That's a win by SBZ.
Absolutely, and it's a big win as well, considering they got that Lord, right? So now they're going to have the Lord marching down. And again, I do believe, I'm strongly believing that VB has to give up a few towers, maybe all towers on the outside except the inhibitors, right? So let's see, though. We also see, you know, the goal lead actually not tilting towards anyone that much, just 400, but it's whatever. But yeah, let's see how they're going to engage with this Lord. They got to utilize it, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're going to. This is the time that they need to clean up towers, right? Like, this is the breathing room that Sigma Boys needed in order to just get back into the game. To be honest, I think they've actually gained control of the game here. Let's see if they're going to be able to utilize something to stop. They didn't utilize the Lord as much as I suspect, but they still do have super minions. I see a little bit of a clash. Dude,
maybe they'll try.
Feathered airstrike is what I wanted. This crack comes out super kind of low. We do see the spear coming into the back line. Josh going insane. He's gonna take it all, but Bell, he pops the wind of nature, but it's not enough. Aphrodite falls as well inside of that.
Very, very sharp play from Josh. Very risky. Picks up Aphrodite. However, he used the wind of nature. Actually, no, wrong timing. I'm not sure why he didn't initially use it on Lance. But again, he tried to stay alive. The flicker was good. Bought him a little bit of space, but maybe it was a little bit of as well of a misposition. Maybe the flicker could have been more tilted towards his own teammates. But yeah, again, they survive, give up 2 towers. They didn't utilize the Lord as much as you believe, G. What do you think here? Maybe they're gonna go into late game?
Yeah.
Or
we're definitely going into late game.
SPZ didn't really want to push anything. It seemed like they were kind of chill, saying, okay, you know, we got the 2 towers. We'll get the top tower later on.
Yep. Ooh. Roger might be a little picked off here. They're going to utilize this spacing, though, to take this tower, I believe. They definitely have it. And again, this is VB just giving Sigma Boys a little bit too much breathing room. And they're taking things.
But again, I don't know the feathered airstrikes coming in. I know that he just wanted to stop his recall, but like you gotta utilize that more precisely, because here, Farsa, it's understandably hard, you know, when you have to constantly worry about the Terizla, but it's extremely important that you need to dish out some damage on the Kimi and on the Granger.
100%. The next Lord is up, though. I think this is I definitely don't. Is that 9 Lords that it's saying they got? 9 Lords on both sides? I don't know. But the Lord is up. Sure. I suspect that we're going to see a full... What is that? Andre TZ kind of really low. Able to utilize the bravest warrior to stay alive. The Winter Trenchian comes off by Aphrodite, but he falls by Roger. Massive Yang able to take out Super as well. This is bad by Sigma Boys. Hey, Andre able to get the shot down. This might be a full team wipe by Sigma Boys.
This is over. This might be over.
This is a game-ending moment.
This is over.
Bell
He's gonna go bot lane.
Is he gonna be able to stay alive?
Gee, he's gonna finish here. They're going bot lane. They're saying, okay, whatever, Lance, we're gonna finish this game. They're actually gonna finish. They have the Moskov and the Roger pushing.
GG.
Look, they're finishing. Wow, that's an absolute insane moment. So that you are the competition that people have to worry about. Now we see, okay, Bell and Sigma Boys have the first pick. Is that gonna get them the advantage, or have VB learned something? That's gonna be the moment of the draft to show what are you gonna pick up here and what are you gonna ban.
I mean, to be honest, I think it just is what I said before. I think VB just had one of their comfort picks. That Roger was just so clutch into so many team fights. It was just nothing they could do. They were kind of squishy, like I was saying, you know, utilizing that double marksman comp, and the Roger was just able to execute on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're going to see that Yuzong ban. Definitely, don't forget, you know, we saw one game without his Yuzong. You'd want to see another game without the Yuzong if you're on the side of VB. And now, is the Matilda going to be banned? We keep seeing the Baxia-Matilda combination. It's always been banned. All 3 games so far, and that's what we see again. Here, the Kimi has, I think the Kimi can be banned. They will probably first pick that. Uranus, okay, Uranus is another one that makes sense. But Kimi, will Kimi be open is the big question. Because if VB leaves that Kimi open, I have a strong suspicion that SPZ feels confident enough to first pick that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. The Kimi has definitely been something most teams have been prioritizing when they can. Though I do think that Lapu Lapu came into insane plays, so it's just a 50-50 throw up at this point. Sigma BOYZ looking well executed. They opted to go for the Joy first, so I'm wondering what they're gonna pick into this first pick that made them force the Joy or the Joy ban early.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we see the YSS again. YSS, we've talked about it, and it's one of the strongest junglers. Wasn't picked in the first game. However, look, now see Kimi. Kimi, we discussed, we expected the Kimi to be first pick. The Farsa, I expect you need to kind of pick up to counter that Kimi. Wasn't really, Farsa didn't really counter it last game, but you just have to cut your losses. And by losses, I mean you won that last game, but you know, you weren't countering him, but you still won that last game. So I would say pick up that Farsa, and yeah, other than that, I can't think of what more they can pick up. Maybe Moscow. You feel confident with that Moscow, Josh? Just go again.
Yeah, I mean, either that. I mean, they could pick up Granger. They could be picking up the Lapu. I feel like there it is, the Lapu and the Farja, which I think now we're seeing VB come online. Those are 2 solid picks. We've seen them well execute both of those heroes in the last game.
Absolutely. And yeah, I'm very happy that they go with their comfort. They don't seem to try too much. I mean, Lapu being picked, Farsa being picked, these are 2 heroes that they used to win. Badang, Lance, they're going comfort. I think this is going to end up comfort against comfort. I think he's going to go Moskov here. He goes Roger. Interesting. You know, Roger, I guess, worked out for them last game in the sense that they won. He was doing some damage. He was doing good. And he was definitely a part of why they won that game. So it's like a little bit counterintuitive because Roger's not really that much picked in jungle. So I understand a lot of people wondering, like, hey, he's picking Roger again. If it's his comfort, I agree. I would say.
I mean, that's just one thing that is about MOBAs, right? It's like if you're top 1% on that hero, you're going to utilize them really well into a game. And your key decision factors are like, how much can I push this hero against this team? And once you know that, you can execute it really well. And I feel like that's what VB's doing on this side of things. Now, getting rid of the R-Lot, we've seen that coming out in the second phase bans a lot. And I mean, the R-Lot could be devastating for the side of VB, right? Because it could definitely get into the back line and definitely take care of that Farja.
Absolutely. So the R-Lot being picked off here is just because you don't want to have something to annoy that Farsa. Also, it's kind of dangerous with that setup. But now it's time to see, who do you ban? Are you still up to ban another marksman? Moskov being banned, I like that ban because Moskov created a lot of issues for them that last game. Kalea has consistently been banned as well, so it's not too surprising. And yeah, interesting. So now it's time for picks. Obviously, you're missing marksman on the side of VB because that Roger is the jungle. And they do pick that Belleric again. Interesting.
If it's not broken, don't fix it, right? That's the good old American saying. I mean, they're just running it right back.
Absolutely. They're running it right back. And let's see if they're running it right back to the win because, you know, they got the Belleric and they can't get that Moskov now. But if you can run that Bruno as well, maybe you can do a home run. I'm not sure. Let's see, though.
I mean, a
My
Bruno
lobby
would
has
definitely
to.
be insane, right? Because like the Belric would be able to hold him down, and then the damage between the Farja and the Bruno would be something to see. But I guess we gotta. I mean, Sigma still has two solid picks here. They go with the Irithel and the Phoveus. Interesting. I mean, the Wan is still
Yeah.
open, so maybe that's what they were possibly thinking. They're just going Irithel to maybe counter the last pick of the Wan. They opt to go
Yeah.
Harith instead.
Wow.
Yo, I don't know if that
Yeah.
is a sizable pick because, I mean, now, I mean, if I was Sigma Boys, I would just, I mean, if you focus on magical defense, then you're going to limit two of the key heroes on the side of BB.
Absolutely, and I think Irithel here being picked is a good pick because it kind of counters the famous marksman, counters that 1/1. Also, that that Granger has a really hard time against that Irithel as well. Again, is Harriet a good pick against Phoveus? Badang? I guess Irithel here. I'm not sure. It's really interesting why he picked that Harriet, especially when there were options open. But nonetheless, G, now we're gonna get into the game. Who do you think won this draft?
I mean, I gotta say, I mean, Sigma Boys again going back to kind of like what I would typically say is meta, but I guess off meta is kind of what is going on. So we'll see in about 5 seconds on who is gonna win. What are some win conditions that you're seeing here, Synth?
Yeah, I think first of all, like I totally agree with what you said. I said I think Sigma Boys have won that draft. I'm not sure the Harif here is kind of strange. The Belric is also strange. In terms of win conditions, I think that Lance has to kind of farm very quickly. The Irithel is gonna do a lot of damage. The Kimi has a lot of damage. I think they just have to farm really quickly because they scale very good. So that's the win condition for me. They don't really need to take these fights actually. As long as they keep farming, they keep kind of like stay mobile in the map. Don't don't jump into Balric and give him an opportunity to stun your Kimi or something. Should be good. On the top
Definitely.
side, I think we see the Irithel being poked a little bit, and Roger is actually on top side. So maybe they want to just try to do something. If Irithel is going to allow us, okay, Badang is very smart now. So obviously he goes top side so that there can't be any issues here.
Definitely. I mean, again, I think what happened last game is that the farming that the Roger could do, he was just able to outfarm the Lance, and we might see that happen again, right? First blood by Bell, the bot lane off the screen though.
when you said he's gonna outfarm him again, I said no way. He's just got first blood, so that's gold just going right into his bank account, and now he's looking at this turtle saying, "Hey, I got 1 kill. I'm a little bit, farmed. But look at this, my lobby though, overextending. No way, Bell is still here, so he has something to say about this turtle. It's not easy to take." However, they know, they're smart. Phoveus, they know that he just recalled, right? So it's going to be a 4v3 here.
Yeah, and I mean, see, looking at the turtle here, Roger able to secure the retry on it and a full back off by Sigma Boys.
Absolutely, and it's a level gap from Lancelot, so makes sense. But again, I think Phoveus made that mistake of really allowing himself to get poked. And look at this, Aphrodite. Aphrodite might be caught. No, he's just about survived. So this is a different kind of Yang that we see in this game, right? With the Farsa. Feels a lot more confident, rotating around, dishing out damage, making sure, he kind of controls the mid lane. It's really good to see here how he's playing that Farsa.
100%, and kind of looking at, I mean, right now, nobody's really doing too much. The first blood is massive from the side. We do see... What is
this is so funny.
And Andre Teasy just trading blows. Which one has better sustainability? Bell coming kind of in onto Virtuous, but we also see another insane engage by Josh up here. Both teams trying to grasp at something. Super might be trying to jump onto Roger, but nothing yet.
Yeah, they gotta be careful. Both teams are at a stage where one mistake is gonna feel like you've thrown the game, because the game is really in anyone's hands. Sure, you know, there's one kill on the side of Sigma BOYZ, but don't be confused because the goalie is actually on the side of BB. So that's a big look at this bot side though. What happened on the bot side? My lobby gets caught off guard. Nice Farsa and Lapu as well. Very nice.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, getting my lobby like slain early in the game is huge. That's what you want, and it kind of seems like VB is. I don't know. I mean, they took a loss, but I think instead of them becoming prey again, they just became the predator and showing insane tenacity at this point.
Absolutely, and you know, not pun intended, no Diddy, you know, but they are the aggressor, they are the predators in this game. So we're gonna look to see, if they can get this turtle as well. But look how much space Virtuoso is making. He's making so much space. They're all on top of him. But he's Lance steals that turtle. Very smart.
But stealing it at what cost of your life is just not where it's at. The Belric trying to attempt to do something here. A little bit more of a back off here. Roger overextending. Getting his shield and still being able to stay alive. My lobby low. Oh my god, the fish crack wall comes out and Josh falls. Massive by Sigma.
Such a strange dash from Josh. It was almost like, you know, he hit, I think he hit the Badang. Oh no, he hit the Phobias and they got surprised how much damage he did. He said, wait, let me just kill him. He was 1 HP, but again, you gotta be ready. Badang still, you know, there with the fish crack. So very nice pickup.
Yeah, the fish crack is definitely something you gotta watch out for. Like, that locks you down, and then as soon as you get locked down, you can just get burned down.
Yeah, you're done for. You're done for, absolutely. And yeah, we saw the Calamity Reaper being picked up on Harrit. We see a few more items. Look at this top side though. It seems like there's just Lance to defend that, but now he got some teammates coming up. Kimi is still there, but really good. He's gonna stay for this. He's gonna die for this. He's gonna die for this tower.
100%.
I'm not sure if it's worth the trade.
Josh is what died in the last like 2 minutes twice. Like, that's massive. I mean, it's rough actually for Sigma BOYZ. That is not what you want to see from your carry.
Absolutely. And later on, look, he died for the tower on the top side, but look, now they're giving their own tower because they can't even defend that. So that initial trade wasn't actually a trade. It was just they just lost. They just lost on that. But now the turtle is coming up, right? Interestingly enough, VB is still up in gold. Doesn't really say too much. Maybe that's they've been farming well. But other than that, the fight here is gonna commence. We have the Irrital kind of mispositioned, right? He's rushing.
Oh my god, a full engage by Roger, able to take out Super. My lobby able to take out Yang as well. That's 2 falling on the side of Sigma BOYZ. 3 fall! The triple kill! Aphrodite able to fight back though, but Josh able to secure another 4 fall by Sigma BOYZ. Only 2 on VITA. Are they going to be able to stop them? That is crazy. This is a full lane mid push that they could possibly get. Aphrodite might be next on the chopping block if he thinks he can defend this turret.
Yeah, and we saw. I think what happened is that Aphrodite was too far away from the engage. I didn't know where he was. Matter of fact, he didn't know where he was, and I think that was the issue. You kind of need to stay with the team, just because that objective, that team fight, is worth a lot more than that eventual push that you didn't even get. You didn't get the tower. The tower's still standing bot lane. However, very nice on the side of VB. You know, making sure that they get the turtle, and later on the Roger gets the kills and pushes up and eventually got Lance Blue. So really good gameplay right here from BB. But again, we keep talking. You know, they get the turtle or Sigma BOYZ get this kill, but it's anyone's game, right? It's anyone's game. It's all gonna come down to one team fight. I think later on, who's gonna get this Lord is gonna eventually have the winning position. Because even though VB makes progress, they still are not totally winning. Any team fight can go any way.
Definitely. I mean, right now we're seeing, again, a little bit of a back and forth, but I think VITA is definitely in the lead here. Andre TZ on a little bit of a low here. A little bit of CC in control by Sigma BOYZ. They're looking to capitalize on this. My lobby going deep into the back line. Super falls, though. My lobby falls as well. This is not what you wanted to see from BOYZ. Engagers. Nobody on fight. Falls 25 seconds. This is going to be massive. I think they're going to be able to control the Lord now.
Absolutely, and we see slowly but surely VB is making more and more progress, right? Oh, look at this Aphrodite caught off guard, caught in space,
Yeesh.
and Kusen just picks him off. You do not wanna allow yourself to get picked off like that. If you're the marksman, you definitely are really needed now. Now we can see the items, right? We see interesting boots from Farsa. On the other side, we see the kind of no sky piercer from Kimi. I like this glowing wand, concentrate energy. Kusin is gonna get this load, no contest. They kind of need to just go back now, farm, and defend this lord on the side of Sigma boys, because this lord obviously it's not a game change. It's not a lord that they can finish with, but however, you don't need to give them the inhibitors.
100%. Looks like the Lord's barreling down, though. I think at this point, we're going to see VITA definitely take advantage of this 8-minute game, right? I mean, we're almost actually into 10 minutes, so we're not getting into the late game, but I definitely feel like there could be a full barrage. I like how they're syncing the lanes here. This is well executed. I think this Lord push is going to be vital. And then we see a little bit of a crush down onto my lobby here. The Bravest Warrior comes out onto Super. We do see the feathered airstrike. Yay, able to secure a kill onto Super. This is massive. Bottom lane pressure is going too crazy. Bell falls. We might see Virtuous as falls as well. My lobby being pressured. Are they going to keep them at bay? The towers are falling as well. This is a crazy clash.
Absolutely. Interesting fight. I mean, right there, we saw a good feathered airstrike from the side of Farsa to pick up that kill. And yeah, like you said, the lanes were synced really well, and we see that in terms of there's only inhibitors left. So really good. And that gold lead has risen up to 6,000. They got money in the bank. So obviously they're waiting for the next Lord here, 1 minute, 30 seconds. They're just gonna farm. Roger should just go around the map, farm, and farm. Just wait for that Lord. Don't take any stupid engages, and you should have this in the bag.
Ooh. A little bit of an engage here by Roger overextending. Good reply by Sigma boys. They're trying to stay in this game, but a 6K gold lead is rough to stay with.
Absolutely. They're Pablo Escobar the way they have this gold, but they need to be careful, right? So 6,000 gold lead, but you know, marksman, you know, Iritel still has 3 items: Huskclaws, Windtalker, Berserker Fury. So he's gonna do a lot of damage, and he also, you know, is eventually, I guess, he's gonna build a penetration. But on the side of Roger, 9,500 gold. He's just been farming. He has 4 of his items. Gonna build that last item now. So obviously, we all expect VB to have the priority for this Lord, but it's easier said than done, because once, you know, that team fight commences, anything can happen. But, you know, again, 7,000 gold lead. How is VB gonna utilize that gold to win this Lord fight and later on to win the game? That's what's gonna be interesting.
I mean, we're seeing Kimmy, I don't think's online, and Aphrodite's not online just yet as well. So I think it's more of that they're attempting to hold it down. And I think this might be possibly a free Lord. We'll see. I think they're gonna bait it out here. Super trying to get a little bit of a vision for his team as they are attempting. To be honest, they got full control over this. Just take the Lord. I mean, the bottom lane is gonna have to split. Just burst it.
Absolutely. It is like you said also. They were online, but now they're offline. You know, I think all of Sigma boys, you just have to concede. You have to concede position and you have to concede Lord. But they're interestingly enough,
Belric in the thick of it here. My lobby is trying to look for something here, but the Lapu diving straight into the back line. My lobby falls, Super falls. Andre TZ really low. Bell falls. This is 3. Might be 4 as Rogers is attempting to look for something. It might look to just end this game instead of going for the Lord at this point. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, this is a big mistake. I'm not quite sure either, G. This is such an easy... You should know that you should just concede the position. I don't know what happened. They just decided to get in the...
What
They just
happened
decided
to
get in the thick of it. They just decided to get in the thick of it, and we're not talking KSI bad song. We're talking, you know, this disengaged. What's going on? They should just take the Lord here. Take the Lord.
Did Kaizen just get taken out by a minion?
Wait, he got taken out?
Yeah, he died
That's
to like.
crazy.
I think he died to the red buff.
No way. No way. No way, Jose! And Badag gets picked up here. Yo, they're gonna try to get the Lord.
Oh, be able to secure the Lord, but they're looking to fight back here. Aphrodite on the run. Josh now onto the chopping block. Bell, they're clapping back. VB made a vital mistake, and now Sigma Boy's looking to clap back.
I was sitting back, I was drinking my water, and then all of a sudden I see Cusin getting killed by what you said, a red buff, a minion, and then not only that, how do they lose the fight? They're up 6,000 in gold. VB starts choking. They start throwing up. I don't know what's going on. This is very dangerous because now they bought themselves time. Sigma Boys have bought themselves enough time, I think, to get Kimi online, to get Aphrodite online, and this is very dangerous. Now Barca has to start conceding. Hey, you got to get out of this turret. We're going to start taking this bot side. You got to concede the bot side. You got to also concede the top side. You got to concede everything except the inhibitors. Very crazy game, G. Crazy game. Because I'm going to expand on that. If you're in the situation of VB in a tournament, being up 6,000 in goal lead and having the Lord, you know, come up like that, it's a dream situation for any serious team. Like, it's
100%.
almost a dream situation for in a tournament setting. It's unheard of to throw.
Yeah, I think it just happened to come down to that the Kaizen just fell right there. The feathered airstrike's coming out. I think that VB is going to be able to defend this Lord push as, I mean, it's already happened if I'm pretty sure. So, again, I don't know what fell apart with VB, but they're trying to get their breathing room back and then capitalize and capsize on Sigma Boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the issue is that Sigma Boys, in a game where they should have absolutely no say, is still surviving 16 minutes in. And that can be an issue because late game, once all the items are built, anything is possible. You know, a comeback, nobody cares in late game if you won all 15 minutes of the early game. Now it's late game. But look, they're still, even though VB is up 3,000 in gold, now it's a little bit late game. If we can look at the items, I expect Iritel to have the full items. I also expect the Roger, the Harriet, maybe the Farsa as well to have full items. Maybe the Kimi should have full items. So we're going to see a lot of full builds from this. Okay, maybe he just bought Bloodwing, so maybe now he has the full items. So the fight is going to be very interesting to see. And more than the builds and the heroes and, you know, whatever, the composition, I'm interested to see how the communication, who's going to be the aggressor. That's what I'm really curious about here.
I mean, we're going to have to see. Right now, I think it's going to be VB, but we're getting to the 18-minute mark, you know, like, I expect the Kimi to be coming online, the Irithel to come online. I mean, if we can get a really good play by Super and my lobby, we could see something go down. But we'll have to see. This next Lord is going to be interesting to see. I think they're trying to bait it once again. If they would just control that mid bush, they could get the jump on to Sigma Boys, but they're opting to go maybe a little bit of a different route. They're going to go for the Farja. Look at this mid hunt. Maybe they are. I can't read them right now. Uh-oh. Bell coming in there, trying to get the Lord. Looks like the Lord does fall. Bell might fall as well. Able to secure a kill there. Super.
Harif's still playing with space, though. He's still playing with space. And the Iritel is not dishing out as much damage as you would want him to do. He's gotta run back, pops that sprint, and just concedes, right? They lost the Lord, they've lost their teammates. It's only Kimi and Iritel alive. You just gotta defend. And hopefully, I'm not sure, G, do you think they can hold this Lord?
I mean, 20 seconds in, I don't know. I think that Lord's going to make it down there as soon as they spawn. So this could be rough for the side of Sigma Boys. I think they just lock on a tower and they could definitely end it. Everybody is alive besides Roger. Looking at a little bit of a play onto Josh, and Josh falls!
It's over.
The Lord is barreling down and hitting the inhibitor there. It's over. GG's.
Yeah, it's over. GG's, like G the Ico, but But yeah, crazy game.